Hey, this is Dirk Verbeuren from Megadeth here at Drumeo, breaking down one of Megadeth's most iconic tracks, Hangar 18. So Hangar 18 is a pretty typical Megadeth song in the sense that it doesn't have a traditional song structure. Dave Mustaine wrote a lot of songs like that. That's one of the interesting things about the songwriting, is that it's really a story. Once it switches from A to B, it stays in B. And once it switches from B to C, same thing. You know, instead of verse, chorus, break. This song was recorded by the late and great Nick Menza on drums. Nick has a very heavy-hitting groove that's very evident as soon as this song kicks in. It kicks in with a simple 2/4 kick and snare beat. So yeah, the opening section just starts with a basic like. So very straight, you know, hard rock / metal beats, but again, super effective for the riff that's happening there. It's an ascending riff that's also a very trademark Dave Mustaine thing. So yeah, it's really like Megadeth encapsulated in that section. The verse and chorus section, which is the A section, passes. There's a tempo change, a sudden tempo change coming out of a guitar lead into another guitar lead. There's a pretty cool beat there that almost has like I wouldn't say maybe a drum and bass feel, but almost. Let me play it for you. A very cool groove, you know, that extra snare that's in there adds, I think, a lot of, you know, taste and punch to the whole thing. And the fact to have the little hi-hat opening at the end, you know, it kind of reminds me of, Dave's gonna kill me for this, but it reminds me of all the cool hip-hop I grew up listening to.
You know what, you're out.
No, in all seriousness though, it's a really cool groove, and it's a part that I love playing and headbanging to at the same time. This is basically a solo section interspersed with another riff where it goes to the ride. And that whole thing just has so much, you know, power and groove at the same time. It really always gets the crowd moving, also with the sudden acceleration that happens.
So by now you've probably seen Dirk around the Drumeo channel quite a lot. You may have seen his Mr. Brightside video, or his Misery Business video. Before he recorded those videos, he was actually in his green room doing the warm-up he does before every Megadeth show. So he asked Dirk to actually film that warm-up for all of our Drumeo students so they could go through it with him. So if you want to check out that warm-up, you can actually go to the link in the description. You can try it out for free, you can practice along with Dirk, and you can access thousands of other lessons inside the Drumeo platform as well. I hope you enjoy the workout, and let's get back to the video.
So the C section is basically Dave and our guitarist exchanging leads. There's, you know, the kicks and the toms. That's the guitars, and the drums are very together there, so I'm really locked in with Dave on that rhythm. A very important element of that song is for us to really be tight as can be, and then it goes into exchanging solos on a riff where the rhythm goes. So again, a very groovy thing with a little extra kick there. And the cool thing about this whole part is that it continually accelerates. That's the kind of thing that adds a lot of excitement and, I guess, positive tension to a song where, you know, it's not just a steady thing. There's this kind of adventurous progression, if you will. Well, what I can say from my perspective about Hangar 18 is that it's one of the tracks that really pushed me to do more visual stuff. Like you saw me doing the standing up and the stuff with the sticks in the air. That's stuff I didn't do much of before I joined Megadeth, and I realized that because we play on these big stages a lot of the time, and I'm in the back of the stage, obviously, you know, sometimes, you know, recently I was on a 8 or 9 foot riser for a while. I'm back more down to earth now, but if I want to be seen at all, or if I want to add anything to the show, I have to work at that to bring people something that they're excited about, to have a good time and to share that energy with them, you know, instead of just being behind the kit and playing the parts. That's one thing, but with Megadeth there's a lot of room and opportunity to do more than that, so you know, this was a key song for me for that. It's a great opening song. I mean, we've been opening with this song since I was in the band, you know, in 2016, and we've tried a few times with other songs, but there's just no beating Hangar 18 as a track to kick off a good show. So I hope you enjoyed Hangar 18 off of the Rust in Peace album, which is one of the band's most iconic records. It was a pleasure playing it for you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.